Hello everybody. Today we are going to continue our next topic of first chapter, Introduction to Computers. Before going to today's topic, I just want to explain you last topic. Last time we are seeing already continue our definition of what is computer, how does it work. Computer is an electronic machine which is work on a data and gives us information. User who use the computer. If you are able to see this diagram, see figure 1.1, input, process and output. In last session I already show you the picture of computer, how we can enter the input, data will be processed in CPU, and how we are able to see output on monitor. So even we are see the computer application which used for different work, ticket reservation, bank operations, teaching, financial, accounting, email and chatting, website and website development, etc. These three are the main word: input unit, processing unit and output unit. Input unit provides a facility to enter a data. See, I already underlined you at last time. I also told you underline the yellow, the data which is yellow, fill yellow color. Last time I entered my name with the help of keyboard. So input matlab, input means to enter the data. Process means the work done on a data. And output means result. So computer is an electronic machine which is process on data and gives us information. This is a simple computer definition to store in our mind. Now we will see input unit. Provide the facility to enter data and instruction into the computer. Underline this line from your textbook. For filling the blanks, this line will be important. You must read the whole chapter of the book, but if I feel this line is important, you just underline it. So I think input unit means what? The data entered by the devices. That's called input unit. So there are also another input units like CD, you know very well, USB, Universal Serial Bus. See, there are so many input units: keyboard, mouse, joystick, barcode reader, Universal Serial Bus and CDs, computer compact disc. These are the input units. Different devices take a different forms and send it to the computer memory. Same way mouse. Mouse is called a pointer or a cursor. A mouse is must have at least one button. Most of input devices converted the data into machine readable form. I think you are aware about the mouse. Left button, right button and center button. This is a simple 3 words definition. Input. With the help of input we can enter the data. Which are the input devices? Mouse, keyboard. You know what is joystick? In video game you are using a joystick. Then barcode reader. Barcode reader, when you are going to any mall to purchase something, when you are purchasing, at the time of creating a bill, that user use that one simple machine to read the rate of that particular product. Suppose, and after reading that rate of that product, the amount will be stored into the computer. That's called barcode reader. Then MICR, OCR. MICR means magnetic ink character reader. OCR, objective character reader, या optimal character reader. MICR is used in bank to read the check number, and OCR is used in to check question paper, to check the answer sheet, like OMR, objective. So these are the input units. Process, it works with the process device, CPU, central processing unit. We will see it in later. Output, where we are able to see, it's just like a TV, it's called monitor. So input provide facility to enter the data. So now memory and control unit. This is a very important part of this chapter. Only, will you please tell me why computer become popular? Only because of its storage capacity. If computer never store any data for future purpose, shall we learn computer? Never. Only because of its storage capacity. Suppose today I create any new file and I want to open it tomorrow or after some days. It will be possible with the help of computer because it's electronic file. So here we are going to see memory and control unit. You know very well what is memory. Generally we are saying, oh, his memory is very strong. He remembers each and everything. Same way, computer memory is really very strong. When we enter any input, once input is collected via input devices, the input is needed to be stored into the computer. Computer memory retains data, instruction, process, output for a while, for one long time. So there are two types of memory. Some computer memories are capable. When you are working with computer, sometime power will be gone. When we lost our data after the power gone, suppose I write anything here. This is my first file and I will save it. File 1. What is the path of this file? I am storing this file on desktop and I am naming this file. It will be saved. I close it. When tomorrow I will come and I want to save, open this file 1. Are you able to see file 1? See, this is file 1. So this way we are able to use store data for future purpose with the help of computer memory. We save that file. So there are two types of memory: primary memory, secondary memory. See, now I also give you another example. Suppose I am writing here, this is an example, and at the time of write this type of line, the power will be lost. All the computer will be shut down automatically due to power lost. When power will come and I am going to start this computer, after starting this computer, am I able to see this file? No, because I am not saving this file. That's why this content are lost. Same way they are going to see if I close this file. I say right now I am saying don't save. So there are different types of computer memories. Some computer memories are capable of remembering the content of very short duration, say still a work in progress and continuous supply. Such memory is called volatile memory. Such memory forms primary storage of computer. Hence it is known as primary memory. Means volatile memory and primary memory both are same because it is used for only primary storage of computer. It is also called temporary or main memory. The input from different devices goes first the main memory and will be written into the memory electronically. The content will remain in main memory till the computer is switched off. When computer is switched off or reset, the content will be lost. To preserve the content for a long time, we need secondary or auxiliary storage. See, two different words, primary and secondary, volatile or auxiliary. What is meant by secondary? See, suppose your mom give you 10 rupees and tell you bring up 5 rupees snacks. What you will do? Another 5 rupees. Maybe you will bring it with you, or maybe you can purchase any other thing for you. But your primary work is bring up snacks for 5 rupees told by mom. Same way, the secondary storage memory is not volatile and content can be preserved for a long time. Devices that secondary memory are called secondary storage device. Hard disk and compact disk are the most popular secondary storage device. Secondary means what? Just try to understand. Primary means when we can enter the data, computer need to store it for some time. So it's called primary. But if we want to store this data, it is secondary. Suppose I am writing here. I write one line. I hope you are able to see this line here. Primary memory. I can write one word here, primary memory. Suppose I want to close it. It's stored anywhere into the computer. I am going to close it. The computer asks me, do you want to save changes to untitled? If I want to save, now after saving this file, suppose I write the name file 2. After giving this name, data will be go to secondary memory. Right now my data is in primary memory. This is untitled, that means I am not saved it. And if I give any name to this file and want to save it for future purpose, this after saving that file, it is called that data is stored in secondary memory. I hope you will be clear what is primary memory and what is secondary memory. Primary memory, which is required to run our computer and store data temporarily, and secondary memory, which is used to store our data for any our future purpose. Pen drive, CD disk or our hard disk is the best example of our secondary memory. Now this topic we will continue in our next period. I hope you will be underline this content. We already complete our data up to secondary or auxiliary memory. We will continue from arithmetic logical unit in next session. So we'll stop here now.